All right. I think we're starting. Everybody is here, I believe. So, as you can tell from the little icon, we are streaming on Facebook, which is very exciting. So I think if there isn't anything else right off the bat, we can get started. So first off, I wanted to say thank you for being here and good evening and welcome to OUSA's 2021 Teaching Awards. My name is Eddie and I'm OUSA's Executive Director. As I mentioned, I would like to thank everybody for joining us tonight. Wherever you're watching this evening, we hope that you, your friends, and your family are all very safe. Before we get started, I would like to acknowledge that OUSA's home office is situated on the traditional territories of many nations, including the Mississaugas of the Credit, the Anishinaabe, the Chippewa, the Haudenosaunee, and the Wendat peoples, and is now home to many diverse First Nations, Inuit, and Métis peoples. We also acknowledge that Toronto is covered by Treaty 13 with the Mississaugas of the Credit. Since we're also all calling in from different parts of the province, I encourage each and every one of us to reflect on the long-standing history of the colonized lands we live on, go to school on, and work on. So in a normal year, OUSA would be hosting our annual Partners in Higher Education Dinner Teaching Award, a favorite for many. We would be dressed up and we would gather in a large ballroom in Toronto to celebrate some of the achievements of our sector. This year, we're trading in dinner for the comfort of our own home, but we still really wanted to highlight the incredible educators at Ontario universities. So to ensure that this evening runs smoothly, we ask that everybody remain muted for the duration of the event. Each award recipient will be introduced by a quick video, and then each award recipient will be given around a minute or two for a few remarks. If you are comfortable, we'll also do our best to snap a quick screenshot just to commemorate the event as well. So to get us started off, I'd like to introduce OUSA's President and the Vice President University Affairs at the Wilfrid Laurier University Students Union, Julia Pereira.
Great, thank you, Eddie, and welcome everyone. Thank you for joining us at OUSA's Teaching Awards for 2021. So as mentioned, my name is Julia and I've had the opportunity to be OUSA's president for 2020 to 2021. So on behalf of OUSA, I would again like to welcome you all to our Teaching Awards. Each year, OUSA recognizes educators who excel at unlocking the potential of Ontario's young people. And really, this is an evening to recognize the hard work and the dedication of educators at Ontario universities. So this year, of course, has been particularly difficult for students as we've had to adapt to a completely new learning environment and also missing out on many aspects of university life, whether it be orientation weeks, convocations, but also just missing our physical campus communities. Despite the many challenges that have been associated with online learning, one silver lining of this experience are the professors who have embraced new, innovative ways of teaching and the additional effort that has been put into connecting with students to create enriching learning experiences. Professors, of course, have worked tirelessly to move classes online and continue to create an engaging experience while also adjusting to the realities of a global pandemic. The scale of this change is truly extraordinary, and we are so pleased with how well instructors have embraced technology and innovation. This evening, we are honored to be joined by some of these outstanding educators from across Ontario. It is our pleasure to give these remarkable professionals the recognition they deserve. Each of these individuals exemplifies teaching excellence, and for that reason, they have been selected by their very own students to receive the OUSA Award for Excellence. On behalf of OUSA, I would like to thank all of you for your tireless efforts and commitment to engaging students in the learning process. Not only does your work unlock the potential of Ontario students, it also shapes the future of our province and contributes to a stronger post-secondary system. And I think, Eddie, do you want me to pass back to you to get started on the awards?
Sweet. Yeah. So thank you, Julia. And basically that's all we had in terms of an intro. So we'll just get into the nitty gritty and the most important part of the evening, which is the awards ceremony. We will begin presenting each of the awards. And what we'll do is we'll play a little bit of a video and that will give some remarks, and then we'll invite you to unmute yourself as well to accept the awards, and then we will go through our award winners, and that should take up the most of our evening this evening. So I'll pass it along to Chisenga, who will share her screen, and get this thing going.
Dr. Tara Bizet is an adjunct professor at the University of Waterloo School of Architecture. Her research and teaching are in architectural history with a focus on architecture's relationship to craft labor practices, women in architecture, and the histories of alternative housing and informal urbanisms. Dr. Bizet's teaching has been wide-reaching, from impacts in the design studio to core classes and teaching about research and writing in seminars. In only a relatively short time teaching at Waterloo, she has also developed her own syllabus for a range of different courses, including architecture, pre-Renaissance to Reformation, modernisms, and a course on ornamentation. Her teaching has been met with widespread acclaim from her students, even with the added difficulty that remote teaching has presented. Her students' nominations endorsed her prioritization of mental health, her willingness to learn about students' hobbies and interests, her use of film as a teaching tool, her commitment to non-Eurocentric perspectives, and the deep learning approaches of her course deliverables. Dr. Bizet is also a member of the Racial Equity and Environmental Justice Task Force for the University of Waterloo School of Architecture. The task force seeks to examine the systemic disadvantages that underlie formal equality, working to change these by offering specific supports for marginalized students, staff, and faculty. An endorsement by a colleague expressed admiration for Dr. Bizet's deep commitment to students and her refusal to rest on her laurels, consistently exploring new pedagogical approaches to see what works for students. Dr. Bizet is a shining example of the quality of teaching that happens outside of our main campus, a credit to her field, and an ally for students and their well-being. It is my honor to present this OUSA Teaching Award to Dr. Tara Bizet. Thank you.
And yes, Dr. Bizet, if you would like to take a moment for some remarks, please feel free to do so.
Sure. So thank you so much. And the first thing I'll say is that I'm actually pulled over on the side of a highway. I was stuck in a forest fire situation earlier. So that's why I look like this, and it looks like this here. But I did want to make sure that I did stop in the first smallest town at a picnic table to express my own gratitude to the students. So for me, you know, the students and connecting with the students and trying to create an enriching and meaningful learning experience at university is the reason that I continue to teach in the university, and I'm so grateful. So thank you so much to all my students. We'll see you soon.
Sweet, thank you. Moving on to our next award recipient.
Tyler Pattenden is a lecturer at the University of Western Ontario with a Doctor of Philosophy Applied Mathematics, currently teaching APPL Math 1201B. Students call Tyler Pattenden a professor, a mentor, and a friend, whether it may be through extra mini lessons, hangout sessions after tutorials, motivational emails before tests or exams, or one-on-one office hours. His passion and dedication to teaching applied math is very remarkable and motivating for students, especially those who struggle with new math concepts. He teaches the lessons and concepts in a clear and concise manner and ensures to address every student's concerns. He is an excellent professor, and Western University is very lucky to have him.
All right, Dr. Pattenden, feel free to take some time. Congratulations.
Well, thank you. I wasn't expecting to be second. I thought we were going in alphabetical order. Oh man. I don't even know really what to say. I was pretty shocked to get the email. So like, thanks to all my students out there. This is like, I truly do it for them. And I tell them that all the time. I care for every single one of them. It's been such a hard year. I'm sure we all want to be in person. So it's been a challenge coming into an online environment, but you know, it's so nice to have hangout sessions before and after class. and get to know everyone. And I've done my best to create a community, and it really feels like we're one big happy family in applied math. So, it's been great. And thanks so much to everyone. It really is awesome. Yeah.
Amazing. Congratulations. Thank you. All right, moving on to our next award recipient. We'll get there. Yeah. There we go.
Professor McNamara is notorious at Brock University for its engaging lessons, storytelling, and sense of humor. As the chair of the Department of Child and Youth Studies, a professor, researcher, and educational psychologist studying young children with learning and reading disabilities, John brings a unique and engaging perspective to the classroom, inspiring students to continue to learn about and support youth with exceptionalities. Outside of the classroom, Dr. McNamara is the principal investigator on an SSHR Insight grant-funded initiative to study Reading Rocks, a literary approach to support and motivate vulnerable readers. John was nominated for this award by his students for their appreciation of how he brilliantly transitioned to virtual teaching by creating opportunities to connect with students, offer them support, and keep them engaged in this challenging year. On behalf of the students at Brock University, thank you for all that you do. It is a pleasure to present you with this year's OUSA's Teaching Excellence Award.
Congratulations, Dr. McNamara.
Thanks. As you can see, I'm here with my squad tonight. So instead of dinner in Toronto, we are going to order Chinese after this to celebrate a little bit. So sorry you couldn't be all together, but it's an honor for me to accept this award. I really want to thank the Student Alliance there, and also the students at Brock who nominated me for this award. As you mentioned, this was quite a year for everyone, and I teach a first-year class, quite a large first-year class, about 1,000 students in it, and they had their first year online, which was really challenging. So I was happy to be part of that kind of transition, and really just did what I could, knowing what they were missing in their first year. So it's an honor for me to be part of that process. I recognize how challenging it was for everyone. And I'm just really honored to accept this award on behalf of all of my students. And thank you again to the Alliance. Thank you, guys.
Thank you so much. All right, I'll try to give Chisanga a little bit of buffer time as she transitions into the next award recipient. But it will be Dr. Christine Goodwin DeFaria. So just trying to tee that up so the folks who are next on the docket are ready.
This year, TDSA is ecstatic to honor Christine Goodwin DeFaria, a senior lecturer in the Child and Youth Studies Department with the OUSA Award for Teaching Excellence. In the Trent-Durham community, Christine is a well-known and well-loved professor who goes above and beyond, and her dedication has only been amplified in the past year. Her passion in youth justice has positively impacted numerous students, building passion in them as well, and providing students with the opportunity to connect with local organizations. For many students, Christine is more than a professor. She's a mentor, providing support for students not only in their academic career, but in their personal lives as well, whether it be through attending students' presentations on her day off or supporting students in mental health crises. Her faith in her students has encouraged multiple to continue pursuing education, even helping them with their master's applications. To this end, I'd like to share just some of the kind words from one of the students who nominated Christine. She held me accountable, but also had faith in me. I think that is something that we as students don't get often. Sometimes we get lost in the crowd in our classes. This is not the case with Christine. She understands our circumstances and finds our strengths and builds on them. The TDSA and the Trent-Durham community more broadly is proud to present Christine with this award.
Congratulations, Dr. Goodwin DeFaria. Feel free to unmute yourself and give some remarks.
Sure. So I just wanted to say thank you, Nathan, and thank you to all my students at Trent. I'm so grateful to be receiving this award. I love to teach, so it's really such an honor to be getting this recognition from students. And so I also just wanted to congratulate everyone else being honored today. So thank you so much.
Thank you again. All right, next on the docket we have Dr. Wing Hong Chan. So we're teeing up that introduction, but congratulations. Here we go.
Dedicated, hardworking, and curious are all words that perfectly describe Dr. Chan. Dr. Chan's commitment to student learning is unparalleled and enables students to think critically and thoroughly about the subject matter of economics. As the coach of the Laurier Bank of Canada's team, Dr. Chan mentored 6 students, allowing them to learn advanced economic concepts in a way that was fun, intuitive, and experiential. During an uncertain time of COVID-19, it is clear that Dr. Chan is continually committed to student learning, as he has always made time, often out of scheduled class time, to answer any questions or go over any concepts. Dr. Chan's love of teaching shines through every time he works with students.
Congratulations, Dr. Chan.
Yeah, well, thank you so much. It's really an honor being here, accepting this award. I've been teaching for 18 years. I must say that it's really nice to be here. The thing is, I think I can only be a good instructor because of all the help that I get from my colleagues. And the most important thing is, I believe that I can only be a good instructor if I have good students. So the communication is very important. So I need to know that what they want to learn, they actually, very often they push me really hard, trying to learn the advanced material, what are they doing out there in the industry. So I'm really lucky to be working at OA. So thank you. I just want to say thank you to my colleagues and the students at OA. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Chan. All right, next on the docket, as Chisenga pulls up the video, is Dr. Toulouse. So I'm very excited for this video. Oh, we'll get it up and running.
Hello, bonjour, Annie. Tonight's award ceremony will most likely be one of the happiest days of this year, as I'm sure you can understand why. The recipient of this year's OUSA Teaching Excellence Award goes to someone I am honored to know and inspired by, and lucky to have called a colleague throughout my term as VP Education for the SGA. She is a full professor for Laurentian University's Faculty of Education, a National 3M Teaching Excellence Award Fellow, and has also been cited in previous editions of Maclean's magazine as one of Laurentian University's most favorite professors, and for good reason, of course. Originally from the community of Sagamok First Nation, tonight's recipient is proudly Anishinaabe and shares her passion and expertise in Indigenous education with all throughout her over 28-year career, from teaching in elementary school to the post-secondary system we so cherish. She is iconically known for her dynamic teaching, commitment to equity, and passion for education, and does so with the brightest and most contagious positivity I think I've ever seen. Without further ado, I am absolutely delighted and honored to present tonight's OUSA Teaching Excellence Award to none other but Dr. Pamela Toulouse. Congratulations and miigwech for everything you do for our students.
All right. So my wonderful friends, first of all, I want to say miigwech to OUSA, miigwech to the SGA and to Malik. Oh my goodness, we've had a couple of years together and it's been amazing. Not only that, I really would like to thank the SGA and my good friend Eric Chappell and the AEF, Simon Paquette and the Indigenous Student Circle. But my friends, there is no way to really celebrate this in a good way. So we are going to celebrate it with a very short 20-second clip. So bear with me, and hopefully my, again, Wi-Fi doesn't blip out. So these are my thoughts about students, okay? My thoughts about students, my love for teaching, and also how the most brilliant people have inspired me throughout my life. So my beautiful friends, I would like you to get ready. And in the words of my wonderful icon, Tina Turner, let's get started. Okay, so maybe not passing on to the spirit world, my friends, okay? That's where, you know, but the thing is, again, miigwech, and thank you. I have, I have led the best life, and I've led the best life because of my students. So Malik and everybody, miigwech.
Thank you so much, Dr. Toulouse. Oh my goodness, that was amazing. We really, really appreciate it. Thank you so much. All right, we're almost there. We still have 2 very important awards to give out, so I'm just trying to stall a little bit while Chisenga gets the next award up and running, and it'll be to Dr. Diane Boschman.
On behalf of the Queen's AMS, I'm excited to present this year's OUSA Teaching Award to Dr. Diane Boschman. Dr. Boschman is a professor and the undergraduate chair of the Department of Chemistry. She's been teaching analytical chemistry at Queen's for several years with research interests in improving the analytical efficiency of inductively coupled plasma mass spectrometry. Nominated by an undergraduate student for the AMS Teaching Awards, Dr. Boschman's nomination stood out to the selection committee as a shining example of a professor who is dedicated to a strong student experience in her courses. She seamlessly integrates applications of course content into the class to make one of the most difficult chemistry courses interactive and engaging. Most importantly, she demonstrates a strong commitment to advocating for her students, from promoting access to labs during the pandemic, to implementing a holistic review process for undergraduate research awards, to ensuring a high standard for the usage of remote proctoring softwares. Dr. Boschman has the best interests of students at her heart, and that was very clear to us on the selection committee. On behalf of the AMS and OUSA, we are excited to recognize and appreciate Dr. Boschman's outstanding contributions to the undergraduate academic experience.
Congratulations, Dr. Boschman.
Thank you so much. I've been at this for 33 years. It's the first time I get an award. And I got the award after teaching asynchronously when I couldn't have any direct contact with the class to make the course, the most accessible possible. So, I'm at a loss of words to to show my appreciation to the undergrad students at Queen's. I'll continue to do my best, and thank you again for this completely expected award.
Amazing. Congratulations again, Dr. Boschman. All right, and then we're down to our last award recipient. So as Chisenga pulls up the video, I'll say congratulations to Dr. Kate Whalen, who will be our last recipient of the evening.
Dr. Kate Whalen is a professor in the Faculty of Science at McMaster University, and she serves as the Senior Manager of the Academic Sustainability Programs Office, a department she created in 2013. Students adore Dr. Whalen and her collaborative, dynamic approach to learning. She is passionate about the learning process and particularly interested in how student reflections can be integrated into course material to enhance learning. Students appreciate how she always takes the time to read reflections and respond to student insights and feedback. Dr. Whalen not only teaches students, but listens to them and cares for them as people. She's described by students as genuine, warm, and empathetic. In class, Dr. Whalen emphasizes the importance of students' mental health and offers additional supports and resources. And outside the classroom, she is always willing to work with students' individual schedules, and she makes time to intentionally connect with them to offer personal and academic support. Kate Whalen understands what it means to be a student, one student said. Another student said, Kate is truly one of the best professors I've had at McMaster. She constantly pushes us in our research, but also in personal growth. I've never learned more about academics or myself from a professor. Dr. Whalen truly embodies teaching excellence. Her passion for students shines through in every class she teaches, and she's constantly going above and beyond to unlock the potential of students. Congratulations, Dr. Whalen.
Congratulations, Dr. Whalen.
Thank you so much for that warm and kind introduction. That was lovely. So in preparing for tonight, I reflected on some of the writings that actually inspired my work in and approach to education. And in 1938, philosopher and educator John Dewey, who some of you might have read about, wrote that perhaps the greatest of all pedagogical fallacies is this notion that a person learns only the particular thing that they're studying at the time. But collateral learning and the formation of enduring attitudes of likes and dislikes might actually be more important than the lessons in history or geography. For these attitudes are fundamentally what count in the future. And the most important attitude that can be formed is this desire to go on learning. And Dewey questioned, to what avail is it to win prescribed amounts of information if in the process, the individual loses their desire to apply what they have learned, and above all, loses their ability to extract meaning from their future experiences as they occur. And so upon being notified of this award, I learned that a fundamental criterion was the instructor's ability to spark in students a desire to learn, which I connect with that. Because my educational philosophy and the mission of the Academic Sustainability Department has been and continues to be to inspire in all students a desire for continued learning and inquiry. And so I believe that content knowledge is extremely important. It is necessary, but insufficient for our ability to solve the most complex social and environmental challenges. But I am fiercely hopeful for the future, and I owe that in large part to my students because they are smart and they are curious and they are committed to making a positive difference. It's a true privilege to work with and learn from them. And I'm beyond grateful for them for nominating me for this award and for all the volunteers who make this award possible. And it is an honor to be among such brilliant and passionate educators. So thank you all for the important work that you do and the impact you make. Congratulations.
Thank you so much, Dr. Whalen, for those remarks. And thank you to everybody again for being here. Again, this was pretty brief, but very impactful. But with that, our 2021 OUSA Teaching Awards have come to an end. Before we all leave, though, I would love if we could get a group picture. So maybe if everyone is okay with that, we can all just kind of perk up and smile, and maybe I'll give us a 3, 2, 1 countdown, and hopefully some other folks are also snapping a pic at the same time. So maybe we'll go 3, 2, 1. All right, that's perfect. The one other thing I wanted to say before we all leave is that we have every intention to mail a plaque to you with this award. So we will be in contact trying to make sure that we get a mailing address. Obviously things are weird right now, but we will do it, and we will make sure that something is in the mail for you sometime very soon. But I'd like to thank everybody for joining us this evening. We truly value your commitment to students. And once again, congratulations to all the winners. And we all hope you have a very, very good night. This was so, so nice to see everybody, and very impactful, even though it was all virtual. So thank you so much. Thank you, everybody. Have a good one.